Okay, I think I'm back live again. Hi everyone. I hope you can see me when I am live. I just want to check that come through again. Yeah, I think it's working again. Okay, well I'm just going to carry on. And if you're coming live, please just comment so that I can actually know you're here. That would be lovely. And if you are joining the replay later in the day, please hashtag replay. So today's session, this Friday, I wanted to talk to you about poor performance and how poor performance in your business or in your work is holding you hostage, your financial freedom hostage, or whatever type of freedom you are hoping your business is going to give you hostage. So, I've spoken to a lot of business owners in the last 2.5 years. I've been in private practice and having a coaching business. And majority of us, and include myself as well, want similar things, if not even the same. And they usually go along the line of freedom to earn what we want to earn, freedom to travel, freedom to make a difference with our client, flexibility to do what we want, to spend time with our families and friends, to watch our children grow up, to be there for our children in good times and bad times, because we don't want to be missing when they're having a hard time or really, really, really good things happen to them. We want to be able to have dates with our spouse. We want to be able to date more for those of us who are still single and still looking. There's all this stuff we've associated with owning our businesses because it was supposed to give us the ultimate freedom to do those things in a way that we've assumed and we have acknowledged to ourselves that the corporate life or the rat race 9 to 5 is no longer for us. That was our decision that we made, and some of us are making it well and we're wearing it well. But there are challenges, obviously. And some of those challenges have come in the form of fears and beliefs that have practically hijacked it. Okay, so we've got all this freedom of things that we want, whatever it may be, inserted here, freedom to whatever. But we have fears and beliefs that have hijacked them. And these are the most common ones. That we're not as good as the next person, that we're not as good as we thought we were, that we're stressed, we're overwhelmed, that we don't know enough, that we're not educated enough, that we're going to make a mistake, that we're going to let our families down, that we're going to let ourselves down. That actually, this is another one, that we're actually doing better than expected because, we didn't really believe that we could actually make this thing do well. And one of the stats that I heard last week, I heard it before in the last month or so, and I cannot find exactly where I heard it, so I need to go and do some more research. For those of you who know me, I quite like my research, where it said that we have more women owning businesses now in the UK and the US. I can't remember who had this particular stat, but it suggested that, say, 74% of women have decided that when they leave, they're going to make their own businesses, that they're only generating, the women own businesses are only generating something like 30 to 40% of the actual revenue. So we're not actually earning this money. We have businesses, but the businesses aren't actually earning any money. Okay? Or if we're earning, not a lot. And so some of us are okay with that, others not so much, and others think that this is how it's done. So men are going into the businesses and they're earning that same money, they're earning more, the same way the corporate is done. So what the point of coming out of corporate if we were still not going to earn what we're worth, if we were still not going to have the freedom to travel and work from home or do all the other lovely things that we identified with and where we say we wanted. So here's what I've also discovered. There are 5 main reasons how this type of fear and belief shows up in our work, in our business. It's how it affects our productivity and our business output. So that's what I wanted to share here. So A, we want these things, but we have fear and belief that hijack them. And this is how it shows itself up in an everyday thing. So the first one is inconsistency in our work or the approach in which we're using to work. What social media platform are we on? Are we on that one? Are we delivering content every week? Are we not? Are we on the phone selling our product to people? Are we not? Whatever it is we're doing, the work isn't consistent at all. So that's one. Second thing, poor time management. So we're doing everything under the sun in different whatever order it comes based on what free time it's in our diary or not. Okay, so whatever that is, we don't know. Some people can't even tell me, and they could think some client couldn't tell me how many hours they actually put in. Like how many hours do you work? They don't know. They can't tell you. They know 9 to 5 is a day job, because everybody remembers that one, or whether or not you did 86 in your corporate job. But when you own your business, all of a sudden, time just kind of runs away. Like you're now doing more hours than when you left corporate life. But we assumed it for a good reason, right? Because the good reason is just financial freedom or whatever freedom instead here we wanted. But we're not getting that either. 2 years, 2 years into our businesses. Some people were more than that. But we've accepted that maybe we're not the millionaires or the six-figure coaches and business owners that we thought would be by now. Whatever that reason is, but inconsistency is what happened, poor time management. The other third thing that happened is poor resource management. So we're doing everything under the sun because we won't outsource, or we won't ask for help, or we will do the admin, the $10 or £10 piece of work an hour that we could outsource to someone who does need that job, who that's what they're trying to build, that's their financial freedom they're trying to build. We don't outsource to that person. Instead, we try to do it ourselves. That's an example. We try to clean the house ourselves instead of getting a cleaner. I don't know why women, we have this issue about the fact that we think that we can't outsource stuff, otherwise it makes it look like we're bad people or something. But men have no problem outsourcing everything if they have to, including laundry. But we insist on doing it ourselves. I don't know what that's about, and I don't figure this is where it's going to end today. But fair enough. That's one thing as well, that we're doing everything ourselves, so we're not outsourcing resources, so that we can claw back some time to do deep level work. So the next one, or the next thing that's hijacking it, lack of focus. But because we're in a hand in every single pie, every single task, therefore we don't remember where we were last time. So we start with one job, we don't finish it, we start with the next one, we're in there, we're in the third one, and the fourth one, and the fifth one. And so we go on and on and on and on and on. And so back again to square one. Where were we again on Monday? Yeah, I remember. I was there on Friday. And then we continue. So that's the other thing. We lose focus because social media, all the other distractions, that's fine. So I put them under the bracket of losing focus, whatever that might mean for you. And the fifth one I'm going to say is avoiding deep level work. Because really, if we only have 4 hours in a day to play with, we would have to prioritize what the 4 hours we would spend doing. For a lot of the time, in admin, or in, tweaking the website, or tweaking the font color. It wouldn't be that. It'd be doing the big job, the one that actually get us the potential to earn, the revenue generating stuff, like calling clients or making content, right? Or going to that networking meeting to meet with those people about what you do, because, it's easier to change the font color. So those are the 5 things. I'm going to repeat them. Inconsistency in your work approach, poor time management, poor resource management, lack of focus, and avoiding the deep level work. And here is the bonus I'm going to add to that: fear of making mistakes, because you think there's no way back from that. Mistakes happen. It's how we grow. In fact, you make mistakes faster. The more you can make the mistake quicker, the more you learn from it and you move on and discover that actually you were not the best at that task. It was better for you to have outsourced that task to someone else who knows a hell of a lot better than you do. So that's it there, right in there. This is what I help business owners and CEOs to do. to be able to step into their role properly and become better peak performance. Okay? So when you work with me, I help you get organized. And not in the way of, oh, do I know what I'm going to put in my diary? No, not that kind of organization. What we're doing is actually, can you identify the core key strategy, the work that you need to be doing that only you can do, that nobody else can do that, which means, for example, the consulting, the coaching, the thing, the skill, the thing that you came to the business to do, that we organize a time for you, make sure that you have time to be creative, time for you to actually delegate the work, time for you to work out what needs delegating, for example, all that stuff. I help you let go of control, because really, that's what it comes down to. Fear that someone else won't be able to do better than you do, or they cannot see inside your head to be able to come up with better ideas than you do. Maybe that might be true, but they're not that relevant. The font color is not going to be too relevant, whether or not it was blush pink or slightly darker. No different. But the brand manager or the brand creator who does branding will know absolutely what she needs to create based on what you said to her. So that's it. I help you let go of control. I help you ask for help and allow you to delegate accordingly. I help you manage anxiety and depression, because sometimes that happens when things don't go our way. It can be very easy to fall into a trap of self-pitying, and it's okay to stay there once in a while, just don't stay there too long. So I help people manage that, address it, and get out of it quicker. And I help them identify the energy that they need to be able to get on with the work. In other words, where is your energy in the day? Is it morning, afternoon, evening? Is it week 1 in the month? Is it after your period? Is it before your period? What exactly is it going to be? And how do you make sure you match that energy to the work that you identified that you have to do that month? So that's pretty much what I do. And I'm hoping that the whole point of it is that at the end, what I'm really trying to help CEOs and business owners do is to do more with less time. That way they can start to claw back some of that financial freedom or time freedom or travel freedom that they wanted to do, so that they can start doing it now instead of waiting for 2 years' time or 3 years' time that may or may never come. You do need to enjoy your life right now. I don't think you have to suffer to wait for it to come. I think you enjoy it as you go along with it. We're all in it together as fellow CEOs, and so I hope this session was useful to you. I just wanted to acknowledge some of those fears that we hold, really, and stop us from doing what we really need to do. So my message to you today is ask for help. If you need it, just ask. And I'll be at the end of the telephone call if anybody wants to talk. Otherwise, have a lovely, lovely Friday and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll see you again in another live video. Okay. Take care. Bye.